Hey everyone.
Hi.
It is Tuesday night in America? What is today?
Tuesday night in America.
Tuesday night in America.
Yep.
It's dark outside. You get us with the incandescent bulbs tonight. So we asked for Q&As several weeks ago now.
It's been a while.
we were going to give it to you that same day.
But life happened.
For doing it with a dozen, yeah, we're always probably a week or two behind. So anyway, here we are. Better late than never.
Better late than never.
All right, so what we did, a few weeks ago, we posted a video and we asked you to ask the questions. We get a lot of the same ones. We've seen a lot of repetitive ones. We've seen a lot of really cool, unique ones too.
Yep.
So we're going to do our best.
And we get a lot of ones that we will never answer.
And we get that too. Yes. How many more kids are you going to know? We're done. Anyway, we're just going to dive right into it.
Let's dive right into it.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, what exactly happened during that short 5 weeks of dating that convinced you God was calling you to marry? I'll let Tamara go with that
I'll
one
let
first.
Caleb answer this one
Dang
first.
it. 5 weeks, right? Again, you've heard our story, and I won't belabor, that, but it was a shock to us. We were not looking for each other. We were not online dating. We were none of that. It was God at Silver Dollar City, completely random, filling in all the details, the punch list we never wrote, all those things. We recognized that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That day, in fact, we realized something's up. We were just talking about this last night.
Yeah. I know both of us left that day going, okay, God.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Right.
But I would say sorry, go ahead. You had.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, from that moment, we had a couple back and forth chats, on Facebook Messenger. The next day, Tamara and her friends came back to Branson, and we all went to the lake together, had a little fun there, went out to Golden Corral. That was hilarious. We can tell that story sometime. But for that next week, Tamara and I talked every night on the phone after work and after the kids were in bed. We couldn't wait. I was like, you about ready? And she's like, yes, sir. Give me 10 more.
I'd say give me a few minutes.
A few minutes was 45 minutes, by the way. 45 minutes consistently every night. But we would talk. There's nights it was till 2 a.m. One night in particular, it was 4 a.m. that we talked.
Felt like a kid again, man.
It was wild. It was wild. But we covered a lot of ground is my point in saying that.
We did.
Covered all the things from,
Yeah, and I think the question, so what happened in those 5 weeks? I think it was that we were so aligned on all of the important things so quickly. And when I say we were aligned, I mean every single thing that mattered to us.
Yep.
Because again, Caleb was married almost 20 years. I was married almost 16 years. And so we knew what was important for our families, for our children.
And that spoke in its silence. That spoke volumes about your commitment in a marriage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
Same.
And mine too.
Same. And so, we knew what was important. And so it wasn't, again, we've said this before, we weren't like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite restaurant? It was more like really important things.
We talked about homeschooling. We talked about, our faith. And we talked about family and how we rear our children, right? How we raise them, what a day looks like.
Goals for the kids, goals for travel, goals for
each other,
and marriage and retirement. And all of the important things were all so aligned, especially our faith and our values, down to homeschooling and how we want to homeschool and all of that. So it was just kind of undeniable that God was doing something pretty amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
How did the older boys feel about having a new step parent? So that's kind of fast forward after.
So.
Well, actually, that could be answered at the end of the 5 weeks. I sat down with my boys as it got very serious, and that was probably 3 weeks into it. I sat down with my boys and I said, guys, the Tamara and her boys that we've been hanging out with, it's looking like we're talking even marriage and what it would look like if we joined our families. What would you guys think about that? And I left it open. My boys and I talked every night. I made it a point to have an open floor where we nothing's too hard to ask, nothing's too funny, whatever. And so we had hard talks. And they were all on board. I can honestly say they were all on board and ecstatic about it. Yeah, Dad, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, what about you?
Yeah, same. I think the beauty of our story and another like tremendous blessing from the Lord was that we all met at the same time. And so us getting to know each other, it wasn't Caleb and I getting to know each other and then going and introducing one another to the boys. It was we all met at Silver Dollar City, and then we all hung out the next day, and then we all talked on the phone, and we all hung out over and over again. Sorry,
You've got Evelyn too.
I have little Evie down here.
Yes.
Oh, she's not happy. It's okay. It's okay, baby. And pausing.
I can pick up where you left off, but I forgot what you were saying.
We all met.
Yes, so the fact that we all met was a game changer. From the onset, it wasn't us, you know, having to talk and then introduce the concept of the other person to our kids. They knew from moment one.
So organic, and they were all so excited. And so to answer the question, frankly, it was surprising how quickly and how like authentically they not only accepted but embraced. Like how my boys embraced Caleb. Obviously my boys lost their dad and Caleb's boys lost their mom. And so, you know, we all together as a unit had very frank discussions about, I will never, ever replace Sarah, their mom. I don't want to. That's not my goal. And that's okay. And same with Caleb. He will never replace Arami. He doesn't want to. And I think because we have that understanding, all of us, we're all on the same page with that because we walked the same journey. It just made it so much easier to embrace each other. And so the older boys, all the boys embraced me and Caleb just so beautifully, so quickly.
And then, as you've heard us tell pretty quickly on, they were asking, can we call you Mama? Can we call you, Dad? And so that was really cool. This, what you said kind of sparks another question. I'm just going to dump into it. How do you keep the memory of your late spouses alive and comfortable for the children?
That's a good question.
I'm sure you do, just wondering how.
Yep.
We are always, I think what Tamara said answers this question exactly. We're not here to replace anyone. We recognize that those were lives, they were good, parents, they were good spouses, those were good marriages, they were not lost on us, as Tamara says all the time. So talking about them, we provide opportunities, grave sites.
We talk about Arami and Sarah every single day. Sometimes we sit down and have serious talks about them if we want to bring up something serious or a memory or a wish that they would have had or whatever. And then sometimes it's while we're cooking in the kitchen and, hey, did your mom ever cook this? And they're like, no, but she did this and this and things like that. Or, hey, did your dad ever build this? And so they are in our everyday lives and in a lot of things that we do. And then, we have those serious talks too with individual boys about, hey, your dad, your papa would be really proud of you. Hey, your mom would really love that just happened and things like that because they need to know things like that. So they're a part of our everyday lives.
Yep. It's just pretty organic. So what denomination of church do you attend and where were you the same denomination when you met and what did you grow up? So, or I guess, what denomination did you grow up in?
I grew up Assemblies of God Christian. We're Christians. I hope you knew that.
Guess we should back that train up.
I grew up Assemblies of God. Caleb?
Yeah, I'm a Christian and grew up that way. I've been in an independent Christian church and in Baptist churches, some charismatic churches. So, I've seen several flavors of Christianity, but again, it's all centered on Jesus Christ.
And I mean, to answer the latter part of that question, we were in different denominations of churches when we met. But again, all of the most important things, all the tier 1 issues, as we call them, and even tier 2 issues, we're in complete alignment. So
we talked about that stuff week 1. So
it didn't
we
matter.
go to a Baptist church now. So we're heading to a Southern Baptist church,
and we love it.
And we talked about all those things while we were dating, and doctrines and all the stuff. So, real quick, and what is Caleb's occupation? I went to College of the Ozarks in Branson, Missouri, where we met. And I studied graphic arts in college, and so basically graphic design.
We did not meet in college, just to be clear.
Thank you. Yeah. I think at 43 years old, they know that.
We met in Branson,
Missouri.
Yes.
No, I say that. I'm just giving it back. I'm a web designer. I manage a web design team for an eyeglass company out of Texas, and I've used to work for Bass Pro Shops for years, doing the same thing. So I've been web designer and then print designer before that. So, yeah, that's it.
He is a doer of all the things, though. He could have a business doing anything he wanted.
Yeah,
he built me a table today.
I did.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to build her a second table. This family needs 2 tables. All right. Question: how do you manage to corral 11 boys when in public? That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Including the Golden Corral story.
I know, right?
I would think the buddy system would be a must. Or are they so well behaved that they never stray out from mom and dad's sight? They're so well behaved, and we've never had to get onto them ever.
Ever.
End of story.
They're perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
They're perfect.
No, not at all.
I will say we have never lost sight of any of them.
Right.
In a year that we've been together.
Oh, we do roll call.
Yeah, we do. First of all, we do roll call. Second of all, we do, they line up in a single file line.
Mm-hmm.
If we're ever walking through a store or like Silver Dollar City or anything like that, we have a line system.
We managed to go through, we found ourselves in San Antonio, Texas on New Year's Eve on the Riverwalk.
Do not recommend with a big family.
It was standing room only. It was so packed that we traversed that probably for a good half a mile. We were single file all the way through, making sure kids weren't falling in the river, making sure they weren't getting abducted, whatever.
That was really stressful.
Yeah. Well, but yet it was.
But looking back, it was pretty.
You were in the caboose. That way, you had eyes on all of them.
Yes.
I was leading, setting the stage, and plowing through people and all that stuff.
That's how we roll, though. When we go places, we do single file. We do youngest to oldest. That way, the youngest is right behind dad, and the oldest is in the back, kind of making sure everyone's good, and then I'm behind him. So it works out really well.
Let's talk about, people are asking about our dating, the 5 weeks of dating, and then married. That's and everyone's talking about how fast that was. So let's talk about how we dated.
Okay.
Like distance wise.
Okay.
I'm trying to hit a couple questions, so I may not ask it exactly how you guys asked it, but
So when we were dating, we lived 2 hours apart. I was in Northwest Arkansas at the time, and Caleb was in Branson at the time.
Southwest Missouri is what it is.
Southwest Missouri. So it was a couple-hour drive. So we did talk on the phone every night, but we didn't get to see each other every day.
No.
So we had to make trips back and forth.
Extended weekends is what it ended up being. So you would come and stay in a motel in Branson, and we'd hang out for a couple days, go to Silver Dollar City. Yep. Talking about, we were talking about school, because I was enrolling my boys in a private school for the first time because I had homeschooled them. And then it got to I think you came 2 or 3 times to Branson, and then I came a couple times to Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah. And then once we got married, of course, we moved to Branson for a little while.
Yeah, we did live together once we got married.
Yep.
Yeah. We did not stay apart.
Just to be clear.
How do you get to church on time? We don't. That was not rehearsed. We roll into Sunday school at least 15 minutes late every week.
But we try so hard.
Yeah, we try hard. We love our Sunday school hour, but it's...
Even with, I always the night before feel like I'm so prepared because I have all the kids get their clothes out for the next day. I approve all of the clothes for the next day because we've learned that lesson. Everybody lays them out. I make sure they're not wrinkled. We have a plan. We have breakfast ready the night before. And I'm like, oh, we're going to do it this week. And then the next morning comes and we're late.
Yep.
Every single Sunday.
I think there was one Sunday we rocked it. And when we rock it, we were early. I think we were 10 minutes early.
And it was like the best ever. And we only live literally 5 minutes from church.
I don't know.
We'll win at it someday.
I'd love to hear about your devotion time. I'm going to just speed. I mean, this is going to be a long video. Sorry, you guys can jump around. I'd love to hear about your devotion time. Is there something you recommend for children and or couples? Is it hard to find time? Thanks.
Oh, can I answer this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So one thing I absolutely love about Caleb is that he prioritizes, like, top priority, our family devotion time. So every night, almost every single night, sometimes things happen, but almost every single night, we do family devotion time. And what we're doing right now is we're just reading through the Bible as a family.
Yep.
So we started at the beginning of the Bible, and we're reading through a chapter a night. And we read it and then we just talk about that. And then sometimes we'll add things on if we're studying a certain thing at church, or if a certain topic comes up and we want to talk about something, he'll bring that into it. But we truly just keep it simple, and we're reading through the Bible as a family, talking about it. Caleb teaches us. If we don't understand something, he'll teach us, what it means. And it's just it is my favorite time.
It is. It's a good time. I enjoy obviously reading through that, but then the questions afterwards.
Yes.
Ranging all the things. I won't even get into that. We had some serious talks. And it's like, wow.
What is circumcision?
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to go there, but fair enough. She went there.
It's like, oh, well, okay.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And is it hard to find time? Yeah, it is, but we just try to prioritize that. And again, I use the word try. We're not legalistic about it, right? If life happens, and generally take a break on Wednesday night because we're already at church and running late and all that stuff. So,
but my encouragement to those who do prioritize devotion time, just keep it simple. I mean, that has really worked for our big family, is keeping it simple, reading through the Bible, and just talking about it.
Yeah. Tamara, is laundry ever completed, and do the kids help? Do you have multiple washers and dryers?
Right now, one moment, please.
And related, how many loads of laundry do you do a week?
Okay, so right now we actually only have one washer and one dryer. While we're doing some renovations. Soon we will have 2 sets, which will be epic.
Yep.
Laundry in this house is absolutely never done, but we do have a laundry schedule, which has saved my sanity. So on Mondays, it's the 2 oldest boys who do their laundry, and they all do their own laundry, by the way. So on Mondays, the oldest boys do their laundry and their sheets, and on Tuesday, the 2 next boys do it, Wednesday, and so on and so forth. And then when they're all done with their laundry, I do the littlest kids' laundry, even with their help sometimes. And then Caleb and my laundry and our sheets and things like that. So there is never a day that the washer and dryer are not being used.
I'll tell you a secret is, instead of doing laundry all the time, just buy hundreds of pairs of socks. Yes, I went there.
Actually, don't do that because you'll be crucified on the internet for it.
Yes. Different video. Watch all our videos. You'll know what I'm talking about. I love this one. I want to answer this one.
Okay.
Do you guys try to get away together as a married couple? That is important. Absolutely.
Yeah, we do.
We go on dates as often as possible. And in fact, it's just, we do a lot of dates.
We do a lot of dates.
We do a lot of dates.
I love it.
And I love it. It's very healthy for us. It's very healthy for the kids. Yeah.
Yep.
Mission critical.
Yep.
Love it. My husband wants to know what's your smoked meatloaf recipe.
Oh, it's so good.
Figure that out. I'll find that. I winged it. I watch a lot of Meat Church. It's a YouTube channel. He makes his own. He's one of the best Texas barbecue smokers. Okay. So you have a wedding video. How do I find it? I'd like to know how you got to know each other well enough to marry in 5 weeks. I think we answered that one. About the wedding video. Our 1-year anniversary is coming right up. So we'll probably start leaking some of that. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we have a wedding video out.
No, it's not out.
We don't even really have a wedding video necessarily, but maybe talking about the wedding, is that what they mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've got photos and stuff.
Oh, okay.
We'll probably show some more photos.
Yeah.
We might be able to find some wedding videos.
Some little clips.
Yeah, little clips of things.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
It was fun.
We did that at Tamara's talk while I read through some stuff.
Yeah, we got married at my church in Northwest Arkansas, and it was small and sweet and simple and beautiful and very special. So I can't wait to share a little bit about that.
Yep. Are any of your boys twins, Caleb? Yes, I have one set of twins. In 12 kids here, we have one set of twins.
Yep.
So,
and they're 9.
And they're 9, and you have a son that is 9.
Yep.
And so we call them the 3 amigos. Now.
And they're actually, their birthdays are like a week apart.
Yeah, all in. Yeah. I won't go there, but yes.
All on this date.
Yes. They're this tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Evelyn. So we owe you some stuff on that.
Evelyn.
What is Evelyn's birth weight? I think that is a big question. People want to know what her birth weight was.
Okay.
And then
because she was a preemie.
Right.
So Evelyn was born 5 weeks early. If you haven't seen our previous videos, we went camping in Texas.
Was she born in a manger?
In a tent.
Oh, a tent. Okay.
No, she wasn't born in a tent. We went camping in a tent in Texas about a month before my due date.
5 weeks before you.
5 weeks. Yeah, 5 weeks before
5
my
weeks.
due date. Thinking we had 5 more weeks. And the first night camping, I went into labor and my water broke in the tent and she was born in Texas. So she was born 5 weeks early and her birth weight was 5 pounds, 3 ounces, which is so crazy because that just was like the icing on the icing on the cake. What's the icing on? How do you say
Cake.
it? That was the icing on the cake. I thought for sure I was going to have a baby that was like 9 pounds because all my babies were almost 9 pounds. 9 pounds, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, olive skin tone because that's like me.
Yep.
She was 5 pounds, blue eyes, very light skin, very light hair. She was like the complete opposite of what I thought she would be.
Ginger.
She's perfect.
Yeah,
She's perfect.
Did the man that orchestrated your meeting know both of you before?
No.
AKA the little old man.
The little old man. Nope.
So I knew Mr. Dennis and his wife Kay for about 16 years, give or take, before this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Tamara knew you knew Dennis for about 6 minutes before.
Before I met Caleb. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, whatever it was.
Yeah. No, I met him that moment at Silver Dollar City. You'll have to watch our How We Met video.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You want to go to that? Oh no!
He
I just
swiped
erased.
out.
I swiped it out, y'all.
Caleb.
Pause. Okay. Okay, it's down this way. You want to talk about being pregnant the first year?
What do you mean?
Someone asked. Well, it's more of a statement.
Oh, I was pregnant I was pregnant most of our time together. And that was interesting because I went from like, just normal me to like uncomfortable real quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it will be interesting to not be pregnant for the next year of our marriage. Probably
Yep.
be able to do more and that'll be more exciting.
How are the boys with their little sister? Are they a big help to mom? Do they like to hold their baby sister?
Oh, these boys are completely smitten. They love their baby sister. All of them are begging to hold her constantly. They're so helpful. It's really cool to see how much they love her and how protective they are already. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the tough one.
Okay.
I'm gonna wrap a bunch of questions into one.
Okay.
Were there any people that were in our lives that were either opposed to the speed at which we went, or against us even doing this,
Okay.
or even for us doing this?
Yeah.
So you wanna?
Yeah,
You know what?
totally. I would say every person that loves and cares about us on both sides was absolutely concerned when we started moving quickly, as they should have been, because they love and care for us, and things were moving very quickly. So from parents to friends to family, there were definitely a lot of people who were like, okay, wait, hold on, what's going on? Who is this? What? Wait, what? You're dating?
You met where?
Yeah,
What?
hold on, you're getting married?
He has 7 boys?
Are you crazy? So yes, absolutely, people were concerned, and they should have been. I would say some people, chose to be more involved, and as they became more involved, decided that, I can see that this is God in this, and this is beautiful, and we're supportive. And some people still struggled, and some people still struggle today. And we understand, and we love
We love them. We love everyone. Yep. We try to bring all into our lives and to be a part of this. And for the most part, most have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been completely supportive. And as time has gone on, it's been almost a year now. We're at the month of our year marriage.
I know,
which blows
so cool.
my mind. Praise God.
So
to him
cool.
to be the glory, right?
Yep.
But yeah, it's starting to become, and I think as we share more and more about what God has done and how he's working in this and how just all the, details have fallen into place and the boys are at peace and we're at peace, and it's abundantly clear. I think it's quite obvious.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yep. I'd love to know how long ago your spouses died before you met. It seems like the timing must have been perfect for this perfect union. One, thank you, but yeah.
You want to answer?
Well, yeah, I was going to listen to you.
Okay. So, Arami, like, do I give dates or?
No, just, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy. I mean,
It's wild.
Sarah passed away November 21st.
November 21st, late November of 2022.
And then Arami passed away December 23rd of 2022.
So we're having Thanksgiving days after her death. You're having Christmas days after his death.
And we did not know each other at that time, but they passed away pretty much a month apart.
Yep.
And so then we met the next year in
August. It was about 10 months, 10 or 9 to 10 months.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So it's almost a year after they passed.
I had all kinds of advice that you should wait a year. You should wait, more time.
Oh, I've heard a year, 2 years, all kinds of different things.
From many, many sources, okay? And it's one of those things that, I step back and I'm like, okay, I'm, listening into this. And again, I've said this all along. You and I talked. We'd talk late into the night and we approached this whole thing. I keep saying this whole head down, hands up kind of thing. Like, Lord, put in and take away. If this is not from you, make it abundantly clear.
Yeah.
And no matter how long this went or wrong way to say it, I just felt such perfect peace.
Yeah.
You felt such perfect peace. And I remember even the conversations we had. I'll let you in on some of what we talked about. I said my allegiance to this very minute is still to my boys, not you, Tamara.
I remember that.
And you even echoed that, and you should have, right? Because at that point, our allegiance was to our boys and to make sure that this was right for them.
Yep.
Because if it wasn't right for them, I honestly believe we both could have walked away.
Oh, absolutely.
And would have. Could have and
we
would
were
have.
We were so serious about doing it right. And
right.
honoring the Lord and
Yep.
truly seeking Him that I believe we would have walked away. And we were so honest about our standards and desires that we would have, but we didn't, because it was truly so aligned. And look, the people who have said like, wait a year, wait 2 years, like, that is good advice.
It was great advice.
It's good advice in most circumstances. And could we have done that? Absolutely.
Don't do what we did.
In most cases, right?
If you're young, out of college, or in college, or whatever, don't do what we did.
Trust the Lord.
Trust the Lord.
Trust the Lord.
That's right.
Seek Him.
He will reveal.
That's the
reveal
answer.
His will.
Yep.
Exactly. I really don't have. I'm just kind of cycling through these. I think we've answered most everything.
Okay.
Is Caleb going to help with homeschool? So I was this is second generation homeschooling for me. I was homeschooled, and let's also talk about what we did in past lives too. That was a question. But yes, I homeschooled and was homeschooling my boys, and I do as often as I can. I do work a full-time job. I do get to work from home. Sorry, my nose is itching. I do get to work from home, so that's neat.
Yeah.
So, if something's, if noise or something's getting out of hand, I can, hop away unless I'm in a meeting real quick and go check on stuff. But as a general rule, it's Tamara, and you're running 100% with this. And unless, evenings, I'll step in and help grade algebra or whatever, or help the boys with the tough stuff. And
okay. Has Caleb ever told you that he aced college algebra?
Did I not tell that story? So as a homeschool guy,
stop it. Okay, we have this
aced
running
college algebra.
We have this running joke. Caleb loves to talk about how he aced college algebra, but that's a really good thing because I didn't. So when it comes to algebra and things of the sort, I'm very grateful for a husband.
And then when it comes to grammar, I can tell you where to put the Oxford comma if you use it
because
or not.
we do use the Oxford comma.
Use the Oxford comma. I can diagram the best of all sentences. I can tell you what a predicate nominative versus a predicate adjective. Adjective.
Caleb was obviously homeschooled. Okay, listen, the great thing is that Caleb is such an amazing help to me. My job is really to run homeschool. The way I see it is Caleb is the principal and I'm the teacher. Okay, so he oversees the curriculum. He had a big say in what curriculum we use, which is BJU Press Homeschool. This year we're using that and we absolutely love it. Lots more info to come on that. But he oversees so much. He oversees tests and how the kids are doing. So think principal. That's what Caleb does. And it's such a huge asset to our family because we need someone to oversee everything and to make sure things are running smooth, big picture wise.
Thanks.
And then I'm down there, I say down there because we have
You're in the basement.
In the basement, literally down there.
Literally down there.
Doing the day-to-day teaching and helping and answering the questions and things like that. So.
Yeah. You said something made me think. Yes, I mean, because obviously, the boys for the most part are so obedient, and they want to do the school, but there's the days where they don't.
Yeah.
And then they don't want to do the spelling test, and then they don't, and then they push back on mom, and then it's nice to have. Well, okay, then you're going to go talk to dad about it. So
I will say, our kids, and I will say even before Caleb, like my kids have never been this excited about school.
Same.
They love this curriculum.
Yep. The ability to sit down and watch the teacher and hear her explain it. They've got B-roll. I can't wait to show. We promise more videos are coming on the BJUS Press online stuff. But to be able to watch the B-roll of, the math professor will be talking, then it'll cut to, an overhead view of him writing the problem out. It's just
because it's pre-recorded videos. So for each subject, they have a pre-recorded video that they watch where an actual teacher is teaching them their lesson. Yep. And then they go and they work in their work text, and they have their textbooks, and then they have quizzes and tests. And there's this thing called I'm going into it, sorry. There's this thing called the Homeschool Hub, which is an online platform that for them, they log into their hub, and on their dashboard and in their calendar, they can see the entire year and all of the assignments for each day of the year. And so they log in and they look at today, and it says, here are your assignments for today. And then they complete them and they check them off in their homeschool hub. And it's all synced for me to go in and see what they've completed and what their grades are for their quizzes and tests. And man, it is epic, and we love it. We love it. We love it.
It brings me peace too.
Yes.
It brings me peace.
With the family this big, we need that.
Yeah, we need some automation for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
From test scores to just logging and all the stuff.
But beyond that, also, it's just incredibly enjoyable for them. They talk about their school,
which is the reason we do it.
Yes, yes. They talk about their schooling and their lessons all day long. They're talking about what they learned in science, and Mama, can I look up some facts about America and what I learned in history today? And it's really cool.
It's so cool.
It's the joy of homeschool.
Hey, I missed an important question.
Okay, let's do it.
This is the most. I would say this is the. I mean, we've got a lot of questions and logistics and all, but this one kind of gets a little bit more to the heart.
Okay.
If you'll allow us to be real.
Okay.
Has Tamara accepted the color of the M&M bag yet?
Stop it! I knew it was gonna be a joke.
It's an actual question. Has Tamara accepted the color of the M&M bag
I've
yet?
accepted that the majority of society thinks that the M&M bag is red. Is what I have accepted.
Just saying.
That's all I can confess to. Because you know what? The moment I start to think, okay, maybe it's red, then someone comes on and says, no, it's orange. I'm with you. And I'm like, I knew it. I'm not crazy. There are other people out there that see orange. And some people say that some bags are more orange than others. So how could I ever accept that it's red? But then a lot of you are saying we need to move on. So maybe we need to just move on.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
We won't talk about
again,
this ever.
So.
Yeah, okay.
Red.
Okay.
What time do you have to get up in the morning to make all things happen? And do we get consistent?
Are we being honest?
Yeah, let's be honest. I get up on time because I have a job. I have to be there at certain times, so I get up on time. But by the way, okay, so I'll go ahead and say it. Tamara is dealing with we have a very colicky baby.
Yes.
She's very demanding right now and born premature, so she had a lot of dependencies on Tamara. So I will absolutely testify because you wake me up a lot in the night. Tamara is up on the hour, maybe even multiple times an hour. So
Caleb's being really nice to tell you that I sleep in because it's true. I'm just so exhausted. I have super long nights right now.
Yeah.
Newborn life, colic baby life. You moms totally get it.
Yep. I get it.
But if we're being honest, I tend to sleep in even when I don't have a good excuse. I just really need a lot of sleep.
Cool. I don't. So when Saturday mornings come, I'm the opposite of playing catch up.
I'm like, yes, it's Saturday. Let's sleep in.
I'm up at 5:30 trying to run or start a project outside, getting on the tractor early, and all the things.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what? I really do wish I could wake up earlier. And when I do, I'm really grateful that I do.
Right.
Yeah.
How does how breakfast? Can you talk about meals a little bit? And we're still trying to figure that one out. That's just when we think we have it, we'll go to a Sam's shop and bring $1,500 worth of groceries home.
Crazy.
And then we're like, we're gonna make all these meals in advance, and we're gonna have 80 breakfast burritos on standby. And it's rare that we pull that off, right?
I know. We try.
Our time is.
Food is a thing for us. It's like a thing.
Yep. And even here, we live kind of out away from civilization a little bit. And so we have to drive 45 minutes into town.
Yep.
And it's hard. So we run out of stuff quick. Can I talk about eggs? Can I get on a pedestal for a minute about eggs?
Oh my.
So Tamara has had videos on how many eggs we go through, which
60.
I think it's an understatement. We're a solid 60. The other day we made a whole box. It's a 5 dozen. So 60 eggs. We had that and some sausages. I think we did a whole 42 of those little sausage patties and 60 eggs for breakfast.
And it was gone.
So it's hard to prep ahead. So when we go to town 45 minutes away, we oftentimes buy 10 boxes of those 5 dozen. That's 50 dozen eggs at a time.
Guys,
Awesome.
Not because we're trying to not leave some for everyone else. Okay,
Right.
I'm sorry.
There are plenty for other people.
Yes.
But I want to say a couple things. One, something's going on with eggs because I normally pay $10.50 per box. But we were in another town recently and they were 18 and some change. And I was like, that's not cool. But we were back at our normal Sam's. We buy them at Sam's Club. And they had a limit on them. They were a few bucks higher, but there was a limit of 2. And then we're like, well, that's not cool.
Caleb instantly got on his phone and started texting his family.
Yeah. And then the next week we were there and that limit forced a massive run on eggs because there are 0 eggs now. I don't know if the limit forced the run or the run forced the limit or what, but the point is there's no eggs.
And y'all, we really rely on eggs. Like we do eggs for breakfast, period. Like we do eggs for breakfast.
Whether it's a breakfast taco, breakfast burrito, and someday I'll tell you the difference. There is a difference.
So when we drive an hour to get to the grocery store and need eggs and there are 0 eggs, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
So I don't know what's happening in America, but
Yep. And then one of the challenges here in this small town that we go to is we eat a lot of cilantro.
Yeah.
And so we both come, I've been in Texas, you've been in California, and cilantro grows, everywhere. And it's cheap, dirt cheap. And so we get here and it was a shock. One, it's not fresh. And then 2, in our local grocery store, it was $2.50 a stalk. And I'm like, that's not cool.
I was like, cool. And Caleb's like, no, not cool.
We probably go through 4 bunches a week of that. So that's... So
not to mention the limes. I think we've talked about that.
Yeah, limes is goodness.
Anyway, what was the question though? Did we answer the question?
It wasn't a question. We're rambling. I'm talking about eggs now. This is freestyle.
Oh, okay.
This is a freebie. I'm not going to charge anyone for this part.
Wow.
This is freestyle. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's all the questions?
That's all. Do you want to look through?
Yeah, I do. I feel like there's more. Okay, hold on. Let me look.
She could find some.
Let me look.
I ignored all the personal ones about me. So.
Oh, I'll find them.
No. I didn't. Hey, so how about that Chiefs game? We're Kansas City Chiefs fans around here. We watched that last weekend. If you're a Chiefs fan, give me a thumbs up, please. And it's a game of inches, but it's a game of inches. It's pretty cool.
You're right. I think we got
Yeah, I think so.
a lot of them.
I think so. Yeah, we got some cool content coming up soon. Homeschooling. I'm building the table. I'm trying to take the camera with me or the phone and film some of that. So that'd be kind of cool. I'm building some 2 farmhouse tables. They're 8 foot long each and 16. So I'll have 16 foot of linear table that's going in our kitchen. We are remodeling our kitchen right over here, and I have not done a good job. It was bad, y'all. It was so bad. So much wallpaper.
I found some questions.
Okay.
Okay. Are you writing a book?
Yes. Oh, not. We're not, but we will be.
We will be.
We will be.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have, again, just in a quick nutshell, just to give you, I'll even talk about some of the stuff we're doing in church and all that. So we have a story to tell. It's of God's faithfulness. That is the I hope you hear that in everything we tell.
Yep.
But we're going to write a story about God's faithfulness in book form at some point, because there's just so much and so many intricacies that we have missed it in this format and this platform, and we can't wait to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're also at our local church that we're members of. We're getting ready to just tell our story, kind of like we've done here on YouTube. So it'll be similar to this platform, and in a couple ways, men's breakout sessions and women's conferences and things. So I don't know, again, we're praying about this and giving it up to God, right? Head bound. I would love to share this story at other churches, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know how that's going to look. We're praying about it. We don't know how that would look, and logistically, traveling and all that, but just know we may end up doing something like that at some point. So anything else?
No. We're excited. We're excited that God has given us any level of opportunity to be able to share all that He's done. It's all for His glory. Yep. He was good then, and He's good now too.
Man, it's true. He was true. Absolutely. Yep.
I think that's pretty much it, babe.
Can we talk about what we're doing this weekend ahead of time? Would that be cool?
What are we doing this weekend?
We're doing something big this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing something big this weekend.
Yeah, we are. Go ahead, Caleb.
We are going to Silver Dollar City.
Which is big in itself.
Yeah. So if you want to maybe come see us, please come say hi. Wave at us. Come approach us. We'd love to meet you guys. And it'd be very cool. So if you're going to be there, this coming up Saturday and or Sunday, we plan to be there. Yeah. So that'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yep. Do we say what we're doing?
Well, I thought that's what you're going to do.
Oh, I figured you'd tap in.
Okay.
She's better. Go for it.
We're going to be, well, how do you even say it?
Telling our story.
We're going to be telling our story. There's a video production company that is...
Silver Dollar Cities.
Yeah, there's a video production company that's going to be creating a video of our family to use for internal purposes. Yeah. And it's going to be talking about how Silver Dollar City is a special place that impacts people's lives. And obviously it impacted our lives in an incredible way. And so we're going to have the honor to have the opportunity to tell our story. Yeah. And
that'll be fun.
Share the goodness of God in a video.
Yep. Show where we met, do all the things.
Hopefully we'll be able to share that video with you too. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe reenact it, maybe not reenact it. I don't know.
That'll be fun for you to reenact it.
I was soaking wet.
Getting drenched.
I was soaking wet. Because her boys got me very, very wet.
Yeah, they did.
Anyway, it's fun. So I think,
we're really grateful for all of you. Oh, and one thing I woke up the baby. One thing that I wanted to remember to say, and I'm glad I remembered, we get lots of messages, people asking us for our address.
Sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I let the cat out of the bag.
We get lots of messages, people asking for our address. We are not going to share our address on YouTube, but because, babe.
Sorry, I started something. They wanted to see her.
But because we get so many questions about it, we went and opened a UPS box. So we do have a UPS box address, and it is in our bio on our YouTube page. Some people have sent us some. Oh, a sweet girl. She's so cute. Some people have sent us some things. Actually, someone sent us some
seasonings.
HEB seasonings.
Yes, thank you so much.
So amazing.
I posted a comment to Tamara last week.
Yeah.
It was quick. We literally have a list of things that we need to pick up when we get back to Texas.
My coffee.
I love Texas, yeah. So from coffee to HEB seasonings to Buc-ee seasonings to several things. We have some staples tortillas that we grab when we go to Texas. And so, so thank you. You know who you are. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for sending those.
And so, our address, our UPS box address is in our bio.
Cool.
Thank you guys.
Awesome. I think that's about it.
I think that's it, you guys, and it's time to go. So.
Yes. Yep. We're gonna make this one not short, as usual.
We said it's only gonna be like 20 minutes. Yeah. We won't ramble about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. See you later, y'all.
Have a good night.
Bye.